Welcome back to the channel and a new episode. If you like it, please hit the like button, click subscribe if you're new to the channel, and click the bell icon to notify when I release a new video.
You've just got to get away to enjoy life. Simple joy, simple pleasures fill the night. Beautiful views and a peaceful night. Getting out into the world makes it right.
So welcome back to the channel and a new video, and you join me on my next adventure, and we are heading to a campsite in North Wales. So I will see you there. So we have just arrived at Dinarth Hall Farm Caravan and Camping Site. It's located in North Wales, Llandudno. So we're just going to have a look around here. As you can see, we've just walked past the toilet block and laundry. So you do have those facilities here on site. And it is actually a working farm. So there is farmyard animals. And just behind there is the cow shed. There is a few chickens dotted about, you can see down the bottom. And although it is a working farm, it doesn't seem very noisy when we arrive, so hopefully that continues and we get a good night's sleep. A few barns as we walk up. This one is housing the farm machinery.
Hello. Hello. Hey. You're friendly.
I think he was used to seeing people, but I didn't go up to make a fuss. I wasn't sure. So this is the actual entrance into the campsite itself. You go through here down to the fields down the bottom. This is their courtyard. Caravan on the left is the booking office, so that's where you book on when you arrive. They've got some building works going on. I'm assuming it's like a renovation on an old building they have there on site. The main house is down here towards the left. That's part of the house itself. As we walk further down, this building here is the shower block, so again some more facilities on site. And the road you see ahead is Dinarth Hall Road. It leads off the Llandudno Road, and that leads you into the campsite itself. There is a bus stop down the bottom, so you can go and catch a bus and it will take you into Llandudno. And here we are on the camping fields. This is on the main drive down from where we started walking from in the first clip. We're just on this field on the left hand side, and then if you walk further up, there is another field here to the right. It did seem a bit higher grass, so I vowed to go on the other side. And then we've got some hard standing areas here. It's mainly for caravans. There was a few campervans parked on there. I believe those all have electric hookup, which you can book as well. Although it was on a campsite, I decided to have non-electric to keep in the theme of things with the wild camping and stopping other places. unfortunately, when we arrived, well, on the way down here as well, it was just raining. So if the entrance to some of the fields were a bit muddy. But the field itself wasn't too bad. Luckily it was only light rain, so it wasn't heavy rain. Or it might have been a different story if we'd have got stuck. Look at the field area here. And that's the entrance to the hard standing area. Main farmhouse is just off the driveway there to the right. And the campsite rules on the sign there. And then just over the back of the fields where we are stopping, there's a couple of horses. And here we are, all set up. The windbreaker I got with the van, not the best, so I'll be looking for another one of those. Well, good morning. You join me on the next day. Sadly, the weather wasn't the best yesterday, so I just chilled out in the van and did some editing and watched some TV and YouTube. So that is the view from the window this morning. Still a bit dreary outside, but although the campsite was busy, as you can see outside, plenty camping. It wasn't too noisy. The curfew did kind of stop at 11 o'clock, so I was too tired really to notice anything else after that. And breakfast time, my usual sausages cooking away in my pan, and I've actually got some normal sized bread this time. I bought some from home, and I've actually got match of the day on, just watching the highlights as it is Saturday morning. So after breakfast and a quick shower, I jumped in the van and we're heading to Llandudno for today's first stop. It's only a 10-minute drive, so not very far away at all. And we're just coming along to the seafront. There is parking spaces further up that are free, so I'm going to park in one of those. And it does actually stop you overnight camping, but there was a few parked up during the day. So I'll see you when we're parked. So here we are, all parked up in the free spaces, and we're right opposite the seafront. So we'll have a walk up to the top of the town, and we'll have a look around and go along the pier, which is just located up there as well. Quite a windy day, so bear with me if you get any wind noise on the mic. It's a pebble beach, as you can see. I didn't fancy the sea, it was a bit too cold for that. So some of the old seafront properties, they all seem to have the same kind of similar style wherever you go, but they are nice and pretty buildings. It's quite busy along the seafront. A few people walking around. So these are dotted around Llandudno. It's called the Alice Trail, and it's basically characters from Alice in Wonderland. So there's a few to spot around the town, and that's the Mad Hatter. I thought that was a cool idea. You pop your phone in and it takes a picture of the coast, and you can just see the pier going along the top left hand corner where the wheel is. So these are war memorials for World War One, obviously in memory of fallen soldiers. That was from the Royal Regiment. And these are next to the Llandudno Cenotaph, which is stands in Prince Edward Square, and it's on the town's promenade. As it was erected after the First World War, and it lists 45 men lost in First World War, 61 lost in the Second World War, and Lance Bombardier Llewellyn Evans, a soldier from Llandudno who lost his life on the first day of the war in Iraq. So we are now heading onto Llandudno Pier. Bit of information, it's actually a grade 2 listed pier, and it's 2,295 feet long, and it's the longest in Wales and the 5th longest in England and Wales. In 2005 and 2025 it was voted Pier of the Year by members of the National Piers Society. Until the Second World War, the public were charged admission to access the pier. Admission allowed the promenaders access to musical entertainment from a bandstand at the pierhead. A small orchestra was established in 1877, and notable French musician Jules Rivière was appointed to take charge of the orchestra in 1887. So the pier was unusual in having two entrances, one on the promenade as we came up, and one other and regional entrance on Happy Valley Road, which was just next to the hotel here. Unfortunately it's no longer used, and a strange place to sell furniture. I did think,
Not a place to buy furniture.
why, when you've got to walk all the way up, if you buy something you've got to take it all the way back, but hey. So as we carry on walking down, this leads you to the end of the pier. So all the benches along the pier are actually in memory of someone. And you can see the plaques all on the back of them. So here we are as we enter the main promenade where the orchestra would have played back in the day. And the view from the end of the pier right the way back to Llandudno. And you can just see there the landing area. This would have been used in the olden days with steamers. Has been rebuilt a few times but is no longer in use. So now we are in the main town area of Llandudno. They all seem to have the same design features, where you've got the canopies around some of the shops and the old buildings there. I guess it's a kind of seaside trait. You can just see across the road there Wetherspoons. There's always a Wetherspoon somewhere. And some of the old traditional buildings. Again, the church, and also the statue, which is part of the Alice Trail. So the reason why Alice in Wonderland is in Llandudno is Alice Liddell used to visit Llandudno and stay in her holiday home with her family Their holiday home was built on Llandudno's west shore and was later developed into a popular hotel with its famous background. And Alice was a girl that the creator Lewis Carroll knew. So this is the Holy Trinity Church in Llandudno, one of quite a few churches located in this area. So this part is the Northwestern Gardens, on the junction of Mostyn Street and Vaughan Street. And it's also a location of a further statue. And this one is the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. And a further church, which is the St John's Methodist Church. So we're just walking back to the van and we're going to head to Rhos on Sea, which is a little bit further down from Llandudno. I will see you there.
Driving down an open road, no set destination, it's unknown. The freedom to park wherever you like makes the adventure all in sight. Nature's symphony, a soothing sound, a quiet place to settle down, peaceful serenity all around. Camping to relax is what I found. You've just got to get away to enjoy life. Simple joy, simple pleasures fill the night. Beautiful views and a peaceful night. Getting out into the world makes it right.
So we're at Rhos on Sea now, as you've seen in the previous clips, and this is the beach. More sandy than further up the coast in Llandudno, but I didn't stay long. It was a very small town with a few shops and cafe. So I jumped in the van, headed to Aldi to get my tea for tonight, and then we headed back to the campsite, ready for a resting day after walking around. So we'll catch up with you there.
The freedom to stay wherever you like, this is for me.
So you join me back in my van, and I'm just cooking my tea. Nice bit of steak from Aldi in my grill pan, and I've actually got the air fryer plugged in using the Bluetti, and some peri peri fries, and that's my little setup. And then the finished item. So I will see you in the next one.
That's it for the